Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings III and our roleplay series as the Dokeianos dynasty. Alright, so sorry there wasn't a video on Wednesday. The Vigor video that we recorded and edited took a lot longer to record and a lot longer to edit than I expected. I was actually merging two videos together, editing them together because we'd recorded a video on Saturday night and most of the matches just didn't go well, so I just ended up mixing it together with the video we recorded on Tuesday, and it just all took a lot longer than expected, recording and then editing. It took hours and hours, and so I just didn't have time to record two videos, so I only recorded the Hoi 4 for Wednesday. And so it doesn't really affect much this week. In fact, it'll actually kind of help in a way, because we were not going to have a video on Friday, and so I was going to put that video out on Wednesday, and then I didn't know when I was going to put the next one out. It probably would have been Saturday, because the Friday videos, I'm not doing any because of the New Year's Eve. We do celebrate New Year's Eve and gonna have a good time that night, and I won't be home during the day. And so I'd only be able to record at night, and I'm not recording New Year's Eve. We're gonna celebrate with our kids, and then once I go to bed, do a little bit of drinking, get a drink on, and just be thankful that 2020 is over, because good God, that was such a cruddy year. Oh wow, 2020 was bad. It's easily probably the worst year of my adult life. It doesn't compare anything from my childhood, but I can't think of a year that was worse in adulthood than this one was, because I mean, good God, it was so bad, and I know it was bad for everybody. But it was not just the stuff that was affecting everybody, like COVID and the election here in the United States and the craziness that has caused. It's also just been, we've had a lot of other problems in addition to that, some of which are caused by COVID, but other ones that are just problems that you probably have in any year, and it just happened to fall in this year. So it's been a very, very rough year for us. So I am thankful that it is over. Now, I'm not optimistic that next year will be good. I think next year, America's heading down a very dark place. I think we're going to see some civil unrest, some more violence, especially with what we're seeing with the rhetoric, the political rhetoric between the two different sides right now. I don't expect next year is going to be great. We can hope it's better, though. That's the most optimistic I can be. Let's hope it's not as bad as 2020. So yeah, we're definitely going to be glad this year is over and celebrate that fact. Celebrate we're going into a new year. And so we won't be having any videos on Friday. So this works out fine, because we're going to put this video out on Thursday, and then we will have a video on Saturday. I'll record two, or my plans are to record two on Friday, if the hangover isn't too bad. Once you get into your 30s, and then as you get older, it gets even worse. Once you get in your 30s, drinking's a little bit different than it used to be in your 20s. You might be able to drink just as hard as you could before, but you're going to pay for it in a way you never did in your 20s. It's just a miserable time the next day. So if the hangover's not too bad on Friday, then yeah, I should be recording two videos for Saturday, a Hoi 4 one and the CK3 one. And so we would still have the same amount of videos. It would just be on Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday this week because of the holiday. So yeah, let's go and get started, guys. Last episode, we didn't get to finish this conflict, which is unfortunate, but we already know we got to win here. We're at 96%. There's going to be a battle here, which it says we're going to win. I don't know, though. I don't know why it's saying that, because they've got the men in arms. I expect that they might be able to win this one, guys. Which sucks, because we were like a couple days for getting this done. But again, it's not going to affect things much, because we're pretty much done here. We got the numbers, and we'll get the win. So I think we just finished up that siege. So I'm not sure what we're planning on doing next, but I guess we could have him come over here, and so we'll just use this army here and start pushing forward. Yeah, because we got a few, not quite 3,000 men here to fight. But yeah, I got to get that war score just a little bit higher. One thing that has been brought up, I meant to mention this in the beginning, I forgot, is the fact that Crimea, which we had done that marriage here, the matrilineal marriage to get our dynasty on the throne here, which seemed like it was effective. One problem here is his son did die, and so that results in, who executed him? The King of Georgia executed him as punishment. So because of that, because the son was lost here, that results in their daughters taking over, who are not matrilineal married, and so she would be the heir. And the problem with that, of course, is that then the children would be of this character's dynasty. Now, she only has daughters, so if we could get a son here, then it wouldn't be a problem. But she is pregnant, so I don't know what's going to happen here. But let's just go ahead, because we're not trying to assassinate anybody. Let's try and murder this guy here. I don't know if we'll be able to do it or not, considering the fact that it's so low. We'll have to get some agents. But if she does not have a boy, which she might very well might, and remove this guy, then they'll just have daughters. And then if we could arrange a marriage for her, since she's of our house, then we could try and do a matrilineal marriage so that we can get a boy out of this who is of our dynasty, and then he would be the one to inherit. There's really not much else to do there, guys. I mean, unless her father, which I guess we go back here, unless her father was to have a boy, but it's very unlikely with the mom being 54. She would have to die, his wife would have to die, and then he'd have to marry somebody younger, and yeah, I just don't see it happening, guys. So yeah, this is the key here. The key is to have a boy here. And so we're going to try and do that. We'll see what happens, guys. I don't know if this is wise or not, but something to do, and something I think our character might want to do, since it's all about getting our dynasty spreaded throughout the realm. So we can ransom some people to get some money for in case we do have to hire agents. There's no reason not to ransom her. I was holding on to her just because, but she's not getting us any points in the war, so there's no reason to keep her. So him, I think he might be from, yeah, this is from 2 months ago. This might actually be from this conflict. I might have been holding on to him because of the High Marshal ability. Yeah, so I might want to keep him locked up then. And then we, of course, had the Duke here as well. We're going to keep him locked up too. Just get a little 50 gold here so we can hire some agents because we do not have high rate of success here. And nobody is willing to accept except for down here. So we'd have to get a little bit more money maybe? We should have enough money to pay any bribes. So this is just them not wanting to accept. All right, well, we can do these ones here. They increase the success by a little bit, but not much. It's only 55 gold. What about the other woman? 75, but we can't afford both of those. We'll go ahead and do that. And that'll get it up a little bit higher, but yeah, that's not great. Another thing we could do is go ahead and move him over to the support schemes. Since we took him off of that, that puts it up to 23% chance of success, so a little bit higher. All right, so let's go ahead and attack here. We're trying to fight these guys. This battle, as I thought, it does look like it's going to be a defeat. I thought it would be. I didn't see how they said that this was going to be a victory. That didn't make any damn sense. So that'll take the war score down by a bit. Let's go ahead and send these guys to do the siege just in case we have to. Although, probably don't want to go that route. Yeah, because they would attack us. We'll have to just go here for now until this battle's done. Be a quick victory there. Both those agents did join. So now we're looking at a 53% chance of success, so not very high. Yeah, that's not great. All right, well, maybe an event will fire that allow us to increase that. So yeah, that's a win there. That got us up to 99%. Not quite high enough, guys. Only lost 5 dudes there, though. Not bad at all. All right, so we could go over, and I think we will go ahead and head over here to do this battle with these guys. And then these can start moving over to here. Though, why is that the fastest way to go? Let's go this way. I don't care if it's slower. We want to avoid these battles that will be happening here. So yeah, we did lose that one, which sucks because we almost had the capital. Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, guys. And we were able to sway our spymaster again. And I feel like it's high enough now at this point that we can go ahead and stop doing that. Probably don't have, well, actually do have a pretty good chance of success. But yeah, let's go ahead and abandon that. And we'll take a look and see if there's anybody else we want to work on here. Suppose we can work on the steward. The Duchess here. She's one of our powerful nobles. It makes sense to improve her opinion. Yeah, let's go and do that. I know she's older, but she'll probably live quite a bit longer. Let's go and improve relations with her. And we could have maybe made it into this battle in time, but I don't know. At least they retreated. They didn't get completely destroyed, so there's that. But yeah, that'll tick the war score down by 1%, but we're still at 99% because we had the ticking war score. So it's just a matter of time, guys, until this is over here. Let's see, would we get there first? We would not, so we'd be attacking them. And I know we have, far better numbers, but man, why would we want to do such an attack where you're defending the hills, there's the river crossing penalty, and they had defensive buildings? That's unnecessary casualties right there, guys. Especially given the fact that we have the... I wonder if we can get here first while they're locked, because they're probably just going to move somewhere else. Oh, nope, they're going. All right, so we'll be winning decisively there. And we already have the the win here, so there's really no reason to continue this at this point. So let's just go ahead and enforce our demands. And we have gained control of those 2 counties, which has put us above our holding limit, guys. So we'll have to get that fixed because we actually got 3 holdings out of this. All right, so yeah, I was only thinking we'd get the 2, but yeah, we got another holding because it's in this county here. So let's go and disband our armies. And then we're going to need to hand out these titles. So our sons could get their titles. Obviously, you know, we've tried repeatedly to get our youngest son to go into the church, and he just won't. And I don't really know how we would force this in without getting a hook. And I don't know how we'd get a hook on him. There's really no way to get a hook on him. The only way I can think of is if you gave him land. So yeah, without being able to get a hook on him, so because we just don't have the ability to, there's really not much else to be done here. So I think we're going to give him a title, and he's already set to get that duchy up there, so that's what we're going to hand him, guys. It makes the most sense. Just go ahead and give him his duchy title here, which would be this whole duchy here. And it's really not a very profitable location for us right now either. Development is high, but there's not really any buildings constructed here just yet. There is the duchy building here, so that's nice. Now let's just go ahead and give him his duchy, guys. So we're going to want to grant this. Yeah, well, I guess we'll do it through here. No. It'd be better to do it through our character screen. So let's go ahead and do it here. And we'll want to give our son some titles as well, our eldest son, I mean. So let's go ahead and give him the titles he's already set to get. The duchy title in the county. That'll increase his opinion of us now. He'll absolutely love us. So it's going to grant those titles. Of course, he'll have him as a vassal now. So now he is a duke. And look at that. How strong he looks, man. That prowess is not bad for this character at all. It's a bummer we couldn't get him into the church, but yeah, he just wasn't willing to accept it. And we just didn't have any favors on him because at the time that he was born, we weren't the head of household, so it was our father who got it on him. You know, there's a lot of problems caused when you become an older character. It's one of the unfortunate aspects. And again, we're going to see it again because their son's going to be pretty old by the time we take over here. You know, they've already had, well, I was going to say they've already had all their kids, but man, he is not having any children. I wonder why. They're both straight. Not really any traits here that would stop them from having kids. But yeah, they're not having any kids yet. That's a problem. I don't know how long they've been married for, but a long time it looks like. And they have not had any children. All right, so our dynasty might have some problems there. We, you know, obviously, a member of our dynasty would inherit, but it might not be from our direct line. It might be like a brother of ours. Or even his brother, which would be our other son. We'll have to see what happens there, guys. Because, yeah, they still haven't had any kids yet. So we still need to get rid of 2 more titles, guys. We can grant this one here, which is just a barony, to a low noble. They can't grant this barony out to somebody without also giving out the county. So, therefore, let's just give it to a low noble. Make a baron. And now we're only 1 over our limit. And I think we can probably grant him this one, though. I'm not sure if that's the best one to grant. We can take a look here and see as far as like profitability. Obviously we don't want to grant that one out or this one because this one's pretty respectable actually. So maybe we want to give that one instead. Yeah, we could give that one out to somebody. Probably just grant it to a knight, a worthy knight, or we could give it to our son as well. And we could give it to our son so he'll have something to rule here. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. Giving him this county, he could build it up for us. Give him a little lesson in ruling, I suppose. Yeah, let's go ahead and grant it to him, guys. That'll be his first title. We'll kind of build it up there for us. Alright, so let's go and grant him a title. So he's now a count. Alright, so we've gotten rid of all the titles that we had problems with. And we can go in and ransom off all these characters we have here as well. And this would just get us a favor on her. Not sure how useful that would be, but I guess there's nothing really else here, so yeah, whatever. We'll do that. Get 50 gold from him, and he can't afford the full amount yet, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait till he gets a little bit more money. Since we could get a total of 100 from him. So yeah, I would prefer to do it that way. So yeah, let's go and negotiate these alliances with our sons. And, oh yeah, we're going to want to arrange a marriage for him now, or also do it himself. I was really originally waiting to do that, but now there's really no reason to wait any longer. So yeah, let's go ahead and arrange a marriage for him. Let's see what's available here. We would want, obviously, fertile and healthy, I guess adult doesn't matter as long as she's not too young. Got 22 years old here. So maybe within a 10-year age difference, I suppose. Yeah, we'll do 10 age difference and no older than 25, though. So that we wouldn't have to wait too long for her to come of age. And I think that's good. Let's go ahead and take a look at alliance power and see what possible alliances you get here. It's really nothing, just what counts. So really no reason to do it based on that. Yeah, you have her here. She's 12 exactly of age. Yeah, I think we'll just do it based on traits, because this could end up being our line. This could very well end up being our line, guys. I could go out looking for a potential marriage. But yeah, I don't think there are any, guys. I looked before and I didn't see any. No really good ones anyways. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this based on, oh yes, we want to do it through here. Based on traits, inheritable traits, and see what's all available out there. Now, as far as what he has the intelligent trait. And so we can have them be intelligent and beautiful. Got the hell trait, which is always nice to spread down your dynasty. So I think we'll do her. She has, none of these traits are all that great. The better traits are among the older characters here. We want to make sure his line has some children. And we could go down with these two here, but we just don't know what their other trait would be. So yeah, I'm hesitant to do so, because we want to make sure we don't get any chased here, which she's chased. So yeah, it's really just the options, these three options here, unless we wanted somebody who's older than him. But again, I don't think that's the best way to do this. So really it's only these three options here. I suppose she's the prettiest of them. So yeah, I guess we'll go with her then. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we'll do this marriage. Just barely willing to accept that. And hopefully their children have great traits. Alright, so got a little bit of money here. We can form a duchy here, but if we were to form that duchy, then I think our other son would get it. I think he gets all the extra duchies, which doesn't make any damn sense. I don't really know why Paradox has it designed that way. It results in like your younger sons typically end up being more powerful than the older sons because of the way they do the rules. It doesn't make any sense that, like, you know, your son would get the kingdom title, and then, you know, your oldest son, and then your second son would get 3 duchy titles, like the whole realm, basically. Doesn't make any damn sense how it works like that, but they essentially get, like, the extra titles. Now, with the 50%, that might not be the case, since we have the other law, but he still would get, I think, an extra duchy. Yeah, I think he might get an extra duchy. If we made a new duchy, I think he would get it. So yeah, probably not for the best. We do need to look at giving him a position on the council, because he is one of our powerful vassals now. So we might want to take a look at our council and see what adjustments need to be made there. Undisciplined Recruits. So we've seen this event before. So we can say, teach him what I know about command. I think the last time we did this, he refused to listen. I don't know that that was the same character. It could have been. It was just a mayor. That's all I remember. So we could do that. Or we say, cheer him up after the training is over. Try and become friends with him. Or chastise him for his failure. Yeah, I think we're the type to, I mean, we could cheer him up because we're gregarious, but also as a diligent character, I kind of feel like we'd teach him what we know, and we're very martial focused, so it makes sense. So yeah, we'll do that, and we'll see if he learns from us. Again, last time they refused, and again, they refuse. Not entirely sure why so against taking my damn advice. Not entirely sure. One advantage of creating the duchy, though, is we could make the duchy building here. But I'm hesitant to do so because, again, I think it might end up going to our other son. It's hard to say. It's always kind of hard to say exactly what will end up happening with the inheritance sometimes. A little tricky to guess exactly what will happen. But as of right now, all titles are set to go to our son, so our eldest son. So we're not losing anything right now. And I want to say that maybe if we create another duchy, it would go to us. But I'm not entirely sure about that, guys. I could be wrong. We do have some gold we can spend. Maybe we want to spend it on trying to get more agents if we can. Doesn't look like anybody's willing to accept, so it's irrelevant. We're just going to have to go into this with a 53% chance of success. We'll instead have to do some construction. So let's go and do that. Let's go and improve some of the buildings here. Let's do... which one do we want to do? That'll increase the taxes up a bit. Up to 0.2. Development goes up faster as well. This will get us 0.1 and a bit more levies. That's a lot more levies. and a lot more levies as well. All right, so you know what? Let's go for the money. Let's go and get the trade port improved. Got a marshal perk. Excellent. All right, so where are we at on here? So we've gotten this whole branch here. So now we'd have to start moving down this way. And with this, you can, you know, improve your chance to romance characters. So I don't know. Does our character seem like somebody who might want to romance somebody else? I don't know if he'd romance his wife. At this point, you could do that. It's not that we'll be having any more children. So if we wanted to just romance some random person in our court, we could always do that. That'd be an option. If there's any young ladies in here that aren't related to us, doesn't look like there are. We have to romance like a foreign character. Yeah, because all these characters are older. So yeah, we have to find like a foreign character to romance. That's one option though. We could always do that now that we have that perk, which would improve our chances at doing it. And we were able to sway the Duchess. Fantastic. So our friend, the mayor, has died. Gained a little bit of stress from that, unfortunately. It's a shame. Oh yes, that's right. We're going to take a look at our council. We should also take a look, see what our next war is going to be. Because we're getting older. We don't got a lot of wars left in us. And we're still not the emperor yet. We're a king. And I don't know how our troop numbers look compared to the emperor. Much, much lower. He has 22,000. Now, we wouldn't be able to do it that way anyway, because that's like declaring independence, essentially. We'd have to like force ourselves onto the throne, which means we need a claim. In order to do that with the factions, we could get hooks on a bunch of people and then force them to support us. But yeah, I really don't think that's the best way to do it. You know, look at the claimants here, and yeah, there's nobody here that I think would really help us in that regard. So yeah, you can go independent, but yeah, we wouldn't even be able to do that. The emperor is a little too powerful, so we need to continue to increase our power here and attacking our neighbors. And I think he's probably the most natural choice because we can get that duchy from him. So I think that might be what we do next, guys, is attack him. But first, let's deal with the council, because we have some people in here that aren't powerful nobles. The spy master would be the main one. Where would we put our son? Because we already have our brother here as the chancellor, and he's a powerful noble too. And if we look at the two here, we got the mayor, and he's okay at intrigue. He's not great. And then we have our son, who really likes us, so we don't have to put him in a position here. But we could put him in there for the diplomacy, but yeah, we'd have to remove our brother and if we did that. So there's really just no good choices here, because our son would not make a good spy master. He's okay. He's average. Yeah, so I think because he likes us so much, we won't put him on a council just yet. Now, our eldest son, I don't know if he would make a better choice here. He's obviously not a powerful vassal. He's okay at marshal. Yeah, he would make a good choice for a marshal. He's not as good as our current marshal. Accosted. So this is our event to assassinate him. And this is the bandit thugs in the woods one. So 54% chance of success is not high, guys. But let's try it. Let's see what happens. We never did see if they had a son. They did. So it's pretty much irrelevant anyway. But might as well finish this off. Let's see what happens, guys. And alright, so we'll read this one because a little bit different occurrence here. So he's left for the world, sent off by the bandit's blade. As the travel party stopped to the camp for the evening, bandits poured from among the trees, calling for blood and gold. The soldiers fought back, but thankfully it was not enough, and he was tragically slain in the melee. The bandits are now hunted by all, and no one involves my suspects, or no one even suspects my involvement. So basically the difference here is the bandits were not killed this time. So he was murdered, so they can't have any more kids, but now we'd have to... Well, first we got to arrange a marriage for her. So yeah, we could do that. I think we could do that. Let me just take a look. Let's find an unmarried man and see if we can arrange a marriage for him or not. Because we've been able to do that in the past before, but I don't know if that was just in that one particular situation. So it doesn't matter who we do it for, although it does need to be somebody. It has to be somebody in our court, actually. So we'd want to like just take somebody from our court. All right, so he would be a good choice, I think. He's not one of our better knights, and he's not too old. So yeah, we'd want to find him a spouse, and it had to be of our dynasty. We need to reset this to default and then see if we can't find somebody from our dynasty. Yeah, there's no options, guys. So I don't think we can arrange a marriage for her. I don't know why we were able to arrange a marriage for that daughter or granddaughter of ours before. I'm not entirely sure why that was. We were arranging marriages for like the emperor's children. I don't know why we could do that. But in this case, we cannot. And again, I'm not entirely sure why. Of course, can't just arrange any marriage for her. Well, that'd be, again, asking for permission from our brother-in-law here. And I guess we could do that. Yeah, we'll do it this way here. I suppose that's a better way to do it. But this, of course, requires his approval, which her being his heir, she's not going to approve it, guys. Or he's not going to approve it, excuse me. So we're not going to be able to force it. I don't remember what that character's name was. I think it's this guy, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's this guy here. And yeah, they would not accept. Not at all. So yeah, there's no way to force this, guys. Even with a hook, we wouldn't be able to get them to accept. Could improve. You'd have to improve relations and get a hook on him, and even then you might not be able to get him to accept. It's hard to say. But I think the point here is that there's no way for us to fix this, unfortunately. And we'd still have to remove her son as well. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. We're gonna lose control of that. Our dynasty will. It's unfortunate. If you guys have any ideas of what we could do there, but yeah, I don't really know. We can't really force a marriage. Again, we'd have to get. Yeah, there's just too many people that had to be murdered, and yeah, I don't think it's worth it, guys. We'll just have to lose it. It's unfortunate, but you know, it happens, guys. It happens. Could arrange a marriage for that boy, I suppose. But again, it won't likely be a matrilineal marriage. Like for one of our granddaughters here. Let's see which one. Yeah, see here again, we're able to arrange a marriage for his kids. That's interesting. Yeah, we can arrange a marriage for his kids. And I guess if it was matrilineal, then that would solve the problem, I suppose. So we could do like this here. And they would accept a matrilineal marriage. So that would keep our dynasty on the throne. We'd temporarily lose it, but then get it back. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that, guys. I suppose that's one way to make that work. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why we can arrange marriage for some granddaughters and not others. The rule seems a little bit inconsistent, but maybe it's just that I don't understand what's going on there. Because remember, they changed all that, guys. All is fair. So many treaties have been written on honorable conduct in war, but those authors' lives weren't on the line when they put pen to paper. Should I want to maximize my chances of winning a battle, it may be worthwhile for me to consider employing some more unorthodox strategies. So like I say, I'll trick my enemies into overextending. This is an intrigue challenge. And if we succeed, get some lifestyle experience points, and we get the practice manipulative tactics for 5 years. That's a very nice bonus there. But if we fail, we'll become nicknamed the Foolish. If you say hit and run tactics will wear my foes down, in which case for 5 years we'd get this modifier, which is also pretty good. Or you say I will not stoop for fighting dirty. Well, how would our character feel? Well, there's nothing to say that he wouldn't stoop to fighting dirty. Yeah, I would say there's really nothing here to say that he wouldn't do it. His intrigue's average. I mean, you know, with the trusting, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say that there's anything to say that you wouldn't do any of these. So yeah, I guess we'll do the hit and run tactics one. Makes the most sense for our character. And it's a tactic that we've been using, and there's no risk to it. Yeah, we'll just do that, guys. So we'll do that and get that modifier, which reminds me, we need to take a look and see if we can declare war on that character. We'll look at all of our possible wars. Of course, there's the HRE one for that claim, which we're not going to be using. There's the Duke of Bulgaria for another claim that we have. This is our wife's claims. I didn't know she had further claims here. So this would be one way to get more titles to us. What is this about? What titles? It's a county. So it's that one right there for our wife. Yeah, I don't know why we wouldn't do that. So could always declare war on the Duke of Bulgaria. We have to march across here, but yeah, that's a possibility. Just looking at his alliances, we could easily defeat him. So that'd be one. Get our wife some lands. Of course, that would mean we wouldn't be able to use her anymore. There is this character here, the Heartbreaker, which, yeah, we don't want to declare war on him, I don't think. This is just for this guy's claims here, which he is our son-in-law, and he's going to inherit all that stuff anyway, isn't he? Or maybe not. He's just set to inherit these counties. So he could attempt to get... Now that's just a county he's going to inherit anyway. So yeah, we won't do that. It's not a good war. And it looks like we still must have a treaty with him, or it's because I haven't gotten a claim yet here, which is probably the most likely. Yeah, we don't have a claim here yet. All right, well, I guess we're going to have to form one if we don't have him doing anything else, which we don't. So yeah, let's go ahead and fabricate a claim here. I didn't realize we didn't have that yet, but there's no reason we can't declare war on Bulgaria for that title for our wife. So I think that's what we're going to do. Now, the negative, of course, is our wife leaves, and that might result in us not being able to manage all of these holdings, guys. That's a real possibility, and then we'd have to give one up. Most likely that one would have to be the one given up, or one of these two would be an option as well. Because, yeah, we have 4 here, 5, 6, yeah, 7, so that's all the titles. So, yeah, if we did that, then I think because our wife with the assist ruler is currently getting us the extra stewardship. Actually, it looks like her stewardship wouldn't have any effect because we got that overseer trait. It used to. We got the 2+ from the spouse, and that got us up to 7 because it's every 5, I think. So it used to, but not anymore because of the overseer trait. We're actually good to go. So yeah, we could do that without losing a bit of a holding limit there. So yeah, let's do that, guys. Let's declare war for her title. And I don't remember. I think it's this county right here. So yeah, we'll do that. Let's go and declare war on him, and get our spouse a new title. Make sure there's nothing else here, and vastly outnumber him. So it should be an easy conflict. Could go and bring in some allies into this conflict, but we might want to be a little bit more strategic with it since this does cost us prestige and we don't have a ton of that. So we should probably only do like the Hungarian king, people who have a lot of troops. Some of these probably would not be worth it, guys. Yeah, like the 256 there, obviously not worth it. So yeah, we'd want to do the King of Hungary. And maybe the Crete guy. I think he has the next highest size, though he neighbors him, so that would make sense to pull him in too. I think we can pull in all 3 of these. Yeah, we'll pull them all in, guys. We just won't pull in that weaker guy. All right, so let's go ahead and get our armies moved up to the closest location, which is actually right here. Let's go ahead and move the rally points. We'll actually go right there just in case. And then let's go ahead and raise up our armies. They're going to move in 2 locations any damn way. The reason for that, somebody asked why they do that. So apparently, these guys are all joining our conflict. So apparently in one of the recent patches, and I must have missed this on the patch notes, they set it up so that if the troops would take attrition where they're deploying, then they'll split up into multiple provinces so they don't take attrition. That's great for the AI. Well, I guess we might as well keep them here since they're not moving because I forgot to stop them from recruiting. So yeah, that's great for the AI, but I feel like it's just a hindrance for the player because then you gotta bring them all together anyway to set up your armies. So yeah, probably not necessary. Now I want to say, yeah, we'll take attrition if we go over there. So we might want to attack right there, and then we'd support the troops right here, and then he'd probably come down this way, and we'd attempt to engage him there. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a sieging army set up. We can actually do 2 sieging armies, and I think we will. Yeah, let's go ahead and do 2 sieging armies, guys, as we obviously outnumber them by so much. But you know what? Before we do that, we're going to take a look and see how large these sieging armies are going to have to be, and also see exactly where we can go and not take attrition. So we could go all the way to the capital and not take any attrition from what I'm seeing. If we go there, we do, into that county. But this county here, because it neighbors, we would be able to go there. So yeah, we'd want to go to the capital and then over to this province here. Those would be the 2 we'd want to go to. So looking at the sizes there, yeah, not very large there, not very large there either. All right, so let's do like 1,000 men in each one of these armies, and that'll be plenty enough. So let's just take out 1,000 levies here, or close to. All right, so there's one army. Let's go and give them a commander, which I guess we have to select the commander for our army because they always put the marshal in charge when I want myself in charge here. And the marshal will lead this one. And then we need to break off one more here. just another 1,000 dudes. Even though it's unnecessary to have that many, but that's fine. Again, we don't need a huge army to defeat this guy. And nobody can speed this up either. Alright, so let's have these guys go here, and then we're going to want this guy going here, and then he would go here as well. See where they go. Faction was created against us, the peasant faction. I assume they're going to come down this way, but it's hard exactly to say. And now they're going up that way. Let's have him go here, and then these guys, somewhere we're not going to take attrition, right here, I suppose. Doesn't really allow us to support anybody, though. But yeah, we'd take attrition anywhere else we went. So we'll siege these two down. He's trying to chase down our allies. He's getting all lost in the mountains. So that's probably not wise of him. Alright, so for the two sieges, we're looking at 7 months here and 3 months right there, so not long. Now, I assume he's going to attack us over here, so we're going to want to make sure that we are close by. But again, there's really not anywhere to go where we're not going to take attrition here. We're not that far away. I assume he's going to go there. Let me just see here, yeah. We'll have to go through this province, I suppose. Just to make sure that he doesn't attack us there, we're going to move. And then just move back. Alright, so we got the increased military presence. And that's extra garrison size and extra control growth. Faction was created against the Emperor, and that faction was disbanded, a Liberty faction. Alright, so with these two sieges, if we capture somebody, that might be enough to win the war, but it wouldn't be enough to win with just the two sieges. We'd have to attack over here. We could go chasing him down. I just don't see the point. Oh, shit. Yeah, especially when they're going to attack us right here. Now, we're going to win that without assistance, but I'm going to send the troops any damn way. And it was unnecessary. Okay. I knew we would get the win. I just want to make sure that we didn't take too heavy casualties, guys. So now he's coming over here. So I'll have to help him now. Glad we have the troops nearby. And that will result in him trying to attack the army here. There was a rebellion, peasant rebellion against our liege. We should be able to win this very, very easy. So turn this down. I assume he's going to attempt to attack this army here. I don't know if we actually want to pull back on that, because this is almost done. It's so close to being done, man. There we go. So a lot of dudes rising up throughout this region here. So that didn't give us any war score. Remember, fighting these armies here is not going to grant us war score, guys. Now, I think these are just his vassal troops that are rising up here. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But just look, yeah, this is him, and this is one of his vassals. So yeah, it seems like his vassal is rising his troops up. But for what reason? Is he at war? Yeah, he's not at war. I mean, why is he helping his liege like that? That's strange. They don't typically do that. They certainly don't ever do that for me. So he might come over here, so let's go and move our army. We'll see what that guy does. I assume he's going to attempt to attack this guy here soon. And now that we're coming in here, it doesn't seem like they are interested in attacking us there any longer. And he's coming over to this province, so if he comes this way, we'll attempt to get him to fight us in the hills. Almost done with this siege, guys. And then we won't have to keep bouncing back and forth trying to defend these two areas. Taking attrition in these provinces here. And our daughter has given birth to a son. Alright, so this is with this character here, which remember is going to be inheriting those counties. Alright, so let's just take a look at the child. He got the quick trait, which he got that from his father. His father was intelligent. Alright, so let's go and give him a name. Let's name him something else. Let's kind of go through here, try and find a good Greek name. We won't be playing as this character. Let's go with Demetrios. Yeah, because that's obviously our daughter's child. And we did finish up the siege here. Excellent. So that puts us at 19% on the war score there. As far as other sieges, this here will take this entire county. And then we have 2 more counties to go. Here's one. Here's the other. So I suppose we're going to go after this one next. I guess that's the best way to do this. And these guys are going to have to come here. They're starting to run low on supplies. But we did win this one. Now we're at 95%. So close. I think we did get some from taking prisoners. Yep. Alright, so we got 25% for taking prisoners there. Got a little bit more gold from that as well. But not quite enough, guys. Not quite enough to get the win here. So he would be defending the mountains. That's probably not the best way to do this. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we want to do this. I guess we'll just go after these two. I mean, it's 95%. We don't have the war goal yet, which is up here, which our allies are trying to get for us. So that'll be the win once they take that. But it's taking a lot longer than you'd expect for them to get that done. Yeah, I guess we could also go after this one here. But then that's kind of far apart, and there is an enemy right there. So probably not the best way to do it. We should probably do these close-up ones here. Yeah, we'll do that. Just move them here for now. See what these guys do. Yeah, I assume they are going after our ally. We're not able to sway the Dutches there, unfortunately. Alright, so let's go and have this guy here go after this one, and this guy will go after this one. He's going to take some attrition. Will it be too much? No, we'll be alright. We're going to go ahead and take that attrition, guys. I'm fine with that, I suppose. It's not desirable, of course, but just trying to get this damn war done with. And who's... Okay. Looked like they were moving there for a second. They changed their mind, though. We are taking attrition here. Can we move anywhere where we don't take attrition? Looks like that's a no. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Really nowhere for us to go here where we're not losing supplies. Yeah, it's a shame. Could wipe that guy out real quick. It would be a win. We'd have to cross a river here. What if we attacked from this location? Even better chance. Yeah, maybe we'll go and wipe that guy out so that we can siege that down. Given I don't think any of that's going to be necessary, honestly. I think there'll be a battle here, and this should result in the win. Although I'm not entirely sure what all our allies are doing there. So yeah, we're just going to get this win here with this battle. It won't affect war score at all. And there's the battle right there. So the question is, do we win that, or do we lose? Because if we win, it should hopefully be enough to get the war score needed to finish the conflict. We're losing right now. Yeah, as of right now, we're currently losing. We did get a victory here, wiped out those 1,200 troops. Excellent. So now we can siege down there. And not so much at risk of being attacked here, so we could always move back to get supplies once we need to. Yeah, we're just going to have to move somewhere for right now. Just looking for a location where we'll take the least attrition. We'll just go here, I suppose. Alright, so just waiting to see what happens in that battle, because remember they're coming to reinforce, but do they reinforce in time? It looks like they did. Alright, so we should get the win there, and then that should be the end of the conflict. If not that, then when these sieges are done, then that would be the end of the conflict. Looks like the Emperor was able to win against that uprising, not surprising. We should wait till he gets locked there and then attack these 18 dudes. Oh, or we have to attack them this way. I don't think we're going to get there in time, guys. Alright, it's only one night, but I was hoping to capture him. I'm not going to chase him down. This is done now, guys. We did get that win, and so hopefully that'll be enough to push the war score by 5%. Maybe not, though. And our liege did win the war. Alright, there we go. That was enough. Do we want to just go and finish up these sieges, because they're almost done? We're looking at a month left for that one, 2 months for that one. Might as well finish them. Yeah, let's do it, guys. Let's finish these to get the money for them. It would easily pay, you know, obviously we're losing money because we're at war. But I think these would easily pay for themselves at the very least. And maybe we'll capture more prisoners we can ransom off. Alright, so with that siege one, do we want to wait the 40 days for the next one? I don't know. How big is this? It is pretty, yeah, I guess it's a pretty big fort there. Yeah, we'll go and wait. Wait the 40 days. And then we'll be done with this. 2 more days, and there we go. 15 gold, and we did get a prisoner. Alright, excellent. So let's go ahead and finish the conflict. Enforce our demands. Getting our wife a county. And getting ourselves some more fame. And of course that did result in us having an alliance with her now. So yeah, she now owns this county here. And she is in fact our vassal. Okay. Yeah, that's right. We took that for her and then she became our vassal. So that means that she would still be able to work for us. She still can assist the ruler here since she is not an independent ruler. Or not independent, but somebody not underneath us. So not a problem. We will still get her. All right, let's go ahead and disband that. I forgot that that would result in her being our vassal. All right, so got another county up there, and I don't know how long until we can declare war on our neighbor here, because we're trying to merge these two here, but we already have a claim being fabricated there. So, and I don't think there's anything left in this duchy if we were to form. Yeah, this is its own duchy, and we already own the whole thing. Again, can create the title. I'm a little bit hesitant to do so. The only benefit it really gets us is that we can create the duchy building here. That's the only benefit I can see. So we'll experiment with this one here. Once we take this county, then we'll be able to form the duchy there. And then if that duchy's going to our son, then we'll give it to somebody else. So yeah, that'll be a good experiment, because we're probably going to give this duchy up anyways. Though we do have the duchy building here, so that would start giving us the benefit immediately. But a good experiment to see if we want to actually make that title or not. But yeah, we need to declare war on this guy after that conflict. And it does, I think our truce does end very soon. It's on 1176. So 3 more years, and he'll be to declare war on him. Of course, we would need to get a war goal on him because we don't have any more claims. So as soon as we finish with this claim, we'll move him over to here and have him do a claim up there. Anything else we need to be aware of here? Oh yes, ransoming of characters. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and ransom off whoever's in our prison. So we get 15 gold here. It's a little something. Nothing great. I have to wait till he accepts that one. That's another 10 gold there. This is 50 gold here. Nice. And you know what? I almost want to go ahead and do it for the favor to have a hook on the Duke. I think that'd be super useful. And with her, do we want... No, that's just a baron. So we don't do it there. But yeah, I think with her, I think we'd prefer to get a favor. And then with her, all we can do is get a favor on her. There's not really anything else here. Yeah, there's really nothing to be done there. So yeah, we'll just take the favor from her. And then with her, we're going to get the favor on the Duke, guys. A weak hook on him. All right. And then once we get that gold, so yeah, we have a favor on the Duke now. This will expire in 1183. So I want to make sure we utilize that beforehand. And the reason why I did that is we could, if our son would have a damn son, we could force a marriage with his heir, because he doesn't have a male heir right now. So that would be one thing we could do here with that hook. Also, we could force him into a faction or something like that if we wanted to. If we wanted to go into a faction against the emperor to try and weaken the emperor, because the emperor is pretty damn weak pretty damn strong right now. So it's a problem. So yeah, we might want to do it that way. Try and do a faction and then force Bulgaria in. So a lot of things we could do with that hook, guys. But we need some damn children, some grandchildren. Oh, it looks like he had one. I'm surprised we weren't able to name him. But yeah, he ended up naming him after us, after his father. So he's named after his grandfather. And as far as his stats so far, he's looking okay. No traits just yet. So he didn't get his father's intelligent trait. That's unfortunate. But yeah, we do now have a grandson. So we could force a marriage for one of the daughters here of Bulgaria. You'd probably want to do the eldest one. So yeah, we could force a matrilineal marriage here. Of course, he is young enough where he could have He could have a son. That's definitely a possibility. All right, so this is the grandson we named. If we were just trying to get our dynasty over here. But if we actually wanted to inherit titles, we'd need to do it with Constus. We have another grandson here too. That'd be an option. So he wouldn't accept, but with the hook, we could force him to accept. So that'd be an option, guys. I'd love to hear your input. What do you think? Do you think we should go after this and try and inherit all of Bulgaria? With that and then the land that we get here, that would be enough to challenge the emperor, I think. Close to. As far as over here, but it is risky because his wife is 30. She's definitely of age where they could still have children, guys. They could have another son. And so if they had another son, then that would remove our ability to inherit here. And it would be way down the line, by the way. That's our grandson that would be inheriting this title. So that's quite down the line. There's other locations as well that have female heirs. Of course, she has already remarried. But again, it was kind of irrelevant, I felt, considering the fact that we already have this marriage here now, this matrilineal marriage. So our dynasty will remain on the throne there in Crimea. So probably won't mess with Crimea at all. But we could go into Anatolia and take a look at all the options here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What we should do with our grandson there. And is Bulgaria worth it? Or should we go somewhere else and take a look around? So I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. There's also other marriages. We could finally try and get into Italy and Sicily. That'd be an option as well. Try and get some titles there. I don't know if there's any females here set to inherit. Yeah, just her. And she's already married and older as well. So yeah, there's a lot of options though, I'm sure. So I can always take a look at that. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of today's episode. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode, which remember will not be until Saturday. When I have a Friday episode, we do the New Year's Eve holiday. And so on Saturday, we'll have an episode, and then we should also have one on Sunday. And I say should for Saturday. I should say should have one on Saturday because hopefully I'm not too hungover where recording is problematic. But the plan is to have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So I do hope to see you on that next episode, and thanks for watching, guys.